People in the town first started hearing the name in whispers. Momo, no last name, no records. Just a story passed between night shift workers, hospital interns, and taxi drivers who worked past midnight. They said she used to be a nurse. A very good one, quiet, efficient. Always volunteered for the late shifts no one else wanted. But then something happened. No one could agree on what. Some said a patient died under mysterious circumstances. Others claimed she was fired after being caught entering rooms of patients who weren't assigned to her. A few swore she was seen talking to empty beds. Whatever the truth was, Momo disappeared. No goodbye, no resignation, no transfer, just gone. Years later, strange reports began to surface. People living alone started waking up feeling different, weak, dizzy, as if they had lost blood overnight. Some found tiny marks on their arms like needle pricks. Most blamed stress, until the security footage started appearing. One video showed a hallway at 2:47 a.m. A woman in an old-fashioned nurse uniform walked past the camera. Her face was partly hidden by long dark hair, but her movements were slow, unnatural. Like she wasn't fully connected to the floor. She didn't knock on doors. She just walked through them, and in every house she entered, the resident later reported the same thing. They dreamed someone was standing beside their bed, watching. Then came Daniel. Daniel was a freelance designer who worked from home, quiet life. No pets, no roommates, no history of sleepwalking. One morning he woke up exhausted. His arms felt heavy, his head pounded. When he rolled up his sleeve, he noticed a small bruise near his elbow. In the center was a tiny red dot, like a needle mark. He shrugged it off. Maybe he scratched himself in his sleep. But the next night, he had a dream. He was lying in bed, unable to move. The room was dark, but he could hear someone breathing beside him. Soft, slow. Then a woman's voice whispered near his ear. "You won't even feel it." He woke up gasping. 3:12 a.m. His bedroom door was open. He was sure he had closed it. The next morning he felt worse, pale, light-headed. And there was another mark on his arm. This time he installed a camera in his room. He told himself it was for peace of mind. That night he forced himself to stay awake. Around 2:30 a.m. he must have drifted off, because when he checked the footage the next day, his blood ran cold. At 2:46 a.m., his bedroom door slowly opened. No hand touched it. No shadow appeared first. Just the door, moving on its own. Then she stepped inside. A thin woman wearing an outdated nurse uniform. White dress slightly gray with age. Shoes silent against the floor. Her face was tilted downward, hidden behind long hair. She stood beside his bed for almost a full minute. Not moving, just watching him sleep. Then, slowly, she lifted one hand. A syringe glinted in the faint moonlight. The camera glitched for a second. When the image cleared, she was leaning over him. Daniel watched the footage over and over. In one frame, her face became visible. Her skin was pale and stretched too tightly. Her eyes were dark and empty like deep bruises. Her mouth curved in a faint smile that didn't belong on a human face. He didn't sleep at home the next night. He stayed at a friend's place across town. But at 3:03 a.m., his friend woke up screaming. She said she saw a woman standing in the corner of the guest room, watching Daniel sleep. That's when he learned the final part of the story. Momo doesn't haunt houses. She haunts people. Once she checks your pulse. She follows you. Daniel grew weaker over the next week. Doctors ran tests but found nothing wrong, except his red blood cell count was dropping. Every night, no matter where he slept, cameras caught her standing closer. Each time, the syringe looked a little fuller. One night, he decided to stay awake and face her. At 2:45 a.m., the room grew colder. At 2:46, the door opened. At 2:47, she stepped inside. This time, she didn't hide her face. She walked to his bedside and looked directly at him. Her voice was calm, almost caring. "You have such healthy blood." Daniel couldn't move. Sleep paralysis pinned him down as she leaned closer. He felt a sharp sting in his arm. Warmth leaving his body. Darkness creeping in from the edges of his vision. The next morning, Daniel was found unconscious, but alive barely. Doctors couldn't explain the sudden blood loss, but security footage from the hospital that night showed something strange. At 3:15 a.m., a nurse no one recognized walked past the ICU hallway. Her uniform didn't match the hospital's design. Her shoes made no sound, and her reflection didn't appear in the polished floor. She paused at Daniel's room, looked inside, then walked away. Since then, hospital staff share one quiet rule during night shifts. If you ever see a nurse you don't recognize, check her shoes. If you can't hear her footsteps, don't let her near your bed, because Momo is still unemployed, and she's always looking for her next patient.